First pitch, a strike at 6:38. Just two umpires, as we introduced. It's Bill Berger behind the plate, Tony Prater at first. Both were in the game last night as well. Broughton batting at .386. 10 home runs, 60 RBI. This is toward right field. Garcia over. It's going to fall for a base hit. One will play it on the hop, and the speedy Broughton is on to begin this ballgame. Josh Broughton has the record for most hits in a single season in Pioneer League history. The number, if memory serves, is 141, and that came last year. However, Nico Popa of the Grand Junction Rockies is sitting at 139, so that record could be broken tonight. This is Dustin Macaluso. First pitch to Macaluso, out of play. Macaluso batting .280, 4 home runs, 30 driven in on the air. Just underway at UC Health Park. Thanks for tuning in on Vibes TV. Courtesy throw, and back to the bag is Broughton. It's Paint the Park Pink Night. If you can't tell from the jerseys or those in the crowd, we got a huge crowd in the picnic terrace tonight, which is great to see. This is also fouled away. Folks still filing in. It should be fun tonight. Another night of fireworks after the game. Macaluso spoiling a couple decent pitches. This Raptors offense is extremely potent. They have over 100 more runs scored than Rocky Mountain on the year. And if you're a Vibes fan, you know the changes in the team this year and why a stat like that might be what it is. Swing and a miss, and Macaluso chases upstairs. There's one away. That'll bring up the dangerous Jesus Valdez. There are very few hitters who have had a better year than Jesus Valdez. The list is basically just Jason Newman. Sean Ross of the Rockies probably giving him a run for his money as well. Looks at a fastball high. Valdez on the season, his great season. .367, 17 home runs, 93 RBI. This Raptors team already in the playoffs. There's a strike. 1-1. Again, I'd like to welcome in everyone here in Colorado Springs, everyone in Ogden, and family and friends and fans around the country. Thanks for hanging out tonight. It's a great Saturday night for baseball. We had a little bit of rain yesterday in the Springs, but the clouds are much whiter today, and there are far fewer. Slide step from Valle, and he'll get a strike. He is certainly thinking about Broughton at first. A few checkovers, a few different styles of delivery. And the first slide step broken out. That's high. I like the jersey idea, the pink accents over the white traditional home, as opposed to an all-pink jersey. But I'm actually really enjoying this all-pink polo I've been given today. It is one I can use moving forward. I don't have a lot of all-pink in my wardrobe. And maybe I'm slacking on that. Am I sleeping on the pink shirts, as the kids say? 2-2. Popped up toward the picnic terrace and out of play. Cash Beecham going through a whole mess of signs. He really had both hands moving that time at third. 2-2, runner at first, 1 out. We've just started here in the top of the first. There goes Broughton. Swung on, tapped off of Valdez. It certainly was a steal. It might have even been the hit and run. It's a decent pitch, top of the zone. We'll do it again. Broughton went first move. And he's back to the bag. As a lefty, you have the luxury of either doing the quick step off to throw or the more sneaky raise the leg. Slide step way outside and past Navarro. And that's going to be a very wild pitch. It's the only downside of the slide step, and who knows if it actually came into play there, but you know, the full motion, that is the repeatable motion, and you want a repeatable motion as a pitcher, and when you change that, does that change the arm angle? Does it mess with other variables? There goes Broughton. Swung on, grounded, foul. He's certainly not afraid to go. The Raptors last year, I mean, I have never seen a team steal bases like they did last year. Jacob Goldfarb, Josh Broughton, number of teams, even Nick Michaels. Broughton 27 for 34 on the year. He leads the team. And I'd have to believe that's top 5. It's not going to be top 2 because I know top 2 is a combination of Cameron Feltz from the Owls and Ben McConnell from the Range Riders. Not going this time. Swung on, lined over second. Broughton will score easily. And it's 1-0. RBI single for Jesus Valdez. It is now his 94th RBI of the year. Here's Brian Dansereau, former Owl. He might be now more Raptor than Owl this year. Although, as the ornithologists watching this game would point out, an owl is a raptor. At least I believe so. It's fouled away.
You're not on camera. You're good. You're good.
0-2. Touch outside, 1-2. It's not a good, because I don't want to call it a waste pitch because it was, you know, too close to be a waste pitch. But in that vein, it was an excellent pitch that you try to get the batter to swing at. Swing and a miss. Again, above the zone. He gets the second strikeout in the same fashion. So both Macaluso and Dancero strike out, but the inning has gone single strikeout, single strikeout. First Broughton, then Valdez bringing in Broughton. And now here's Freddie Achikar. Strike one to Achikar. Big left-handed hitting first baseman, 275, 7 home runs, 64 RBI, a Billings Mustang last season. 6'2", 230 from Atlanta, Georgia. And that is a ball. Touch below the zone on the off speed. And it was just below the zone. Good call from Bill Berger. Pretty good lead for Valdez, not going. Achikar fouls it back onto the concourse. Not a short inning for Armando Valle. 23 pitches now for him. Setting up side is Navarro, the 1-2. That's strike 3 called. Armando Valle strikes out the side, but he does give up a run on 2 hits. No errors, a man left on base. We head to the bottom of the first. 1-0 Raptors on Vibes TV. Welcome back to UC Health Park. I'm Tyler Peterson. 1-0 Raptors. Gio Diaz leading off at .403, no home runs, 36 RBI, 131 hits on the season, a new Vibes record. To right, Dancero will not be troubled too much by this. He makes the catch, 1 pitch, 1 out. Jorge Gonzalez. We have not seen him here at UC Health Park in a while. He could not have spent more than, I'm going to say, 2 games with the Vibes at the start of the season. But he was a Vibe to start the season, traded for a player to be named later. We still do not know who that player is. Here's Ethan Lopez. Takes a strike. .354 for Ethan, 6 home runs, 35 RBI. Fouls this back into the stands. 0-2. He did only play 2 games with the Vibes. It was 1 1/3 innings, 8 hits, 8 runs, 7 earned in those 2 games. It's fouled away. I'd have to believe that, without going back through my scorebook, that both of those appearances would have had to come in that Glacier series. And boy, does that seem like a long, long, long time ago. May the 23rd was opening day. It's now August the 27th. Does he go? Yes, he did. Ethan is going to take first. It's a strikeout wild pitch. How about that? I think Jorge Gonzalez would have rather not wanted that to be a strike. Tony Prater rung him up. You know, I did not see the catcher Uliana ask for an appeal, which makes me think can the home plate umpire just automatically ask for an appeal? Here's Luis Navarro. Or excuse me, it's Logan Williams behind the plate tonight. Strike one. Then again, would Williams had even bothered going for the ball had he not thought there was a chance Lopez swung? Does it matter? Navarro has been one of the most impressive first-year guys, and I mean that as just graduated from college this year, was playing college ball and is now playing pro ball. 380 for Luis, 5 home runs, 33 RBI. That's the second best batting average on this team. 60 hits in 158 at-bats, 18 doubles, a triple, 5 home runs. It's this out of play toward the picnic terrace. Out of play. Lopez at first, reached on the strikeout wild pitch. Swing and a miss. And Navarro is the second strikeout of the inning. But he'll head back down to the dugout. Gonzalez has thrown 8 pitches, and they've all been strikes so far. How about that? Alan Garcia, his biggest night as a Vibe this year was last night. The Little League Inside the Park home run on the triple plus error. Had a big bases-loaded walk in the 8th to make it a 2-run game. That set up the game-tying double by Hernandez. He bats with 2 outs, and Lopez at first. Strike one to Garcia. Again, no pitch clock this series, if you haven't been tuning into the previous few games. The rule is, since we're the only ones with a pitch clock, however that actually came about to that happening, I don't know, but we are the only ones with a pitch clock. And Ogden, since they have not played under a pitch clock, had the option from the league to say, no thanks. And so they said, no thanks. And so we don't have a pitch clock this series. Somewhat predictably, because of that, we now have every single game in this series over 3 hours. Tuesday, 3:03. Wednesday, 3:02. Thursday, 3:20. And last night, 3:47. But that was more because of the game itself and the knockout round. It's down low. Good pitch recognition from Garcia there. He's played in the affiliated minors with the Padres. Certainly no lack of experience. Played in LMB as well, south of the border. He's from Nogales, Arizona. Went to high school in Phoenix. Lopez, a big lean. Not going anywhere. This is over Williams, and that's a wild pitch. So Lopez has gone to first on a wild pitch. He's gone to second on a wild pitch. Can he do the full trip on wild pitches? Has that ever been done before? It's 2-1. It's high 3-1. On deck is Dominique. Alon through the Triple Crown numbers right now. 308, no home runs, 5 RBI. That's extremely limited time. Just 13 at-bats in 5 games. They're going to spin around and try to Lopez, and it gets to center field. Now, did Valdez not catch that? Or did Jorge Lea or Jorge Gonzalez not make a good throw? Because I'm leaning Valdez didn't catch that. I think that was on the money. I think that was there. I don't think that bounced. I'm going to go E6 on that. That's high and away. It's ball 4. Well, Ethan Lopez now has a very interesting 270. Because he's got to first on the strikeout wild pitch, went to second on the wild pitch, went to third on the error. Here's Dominique, a home run and a 2-run game-tying ground rule double down the right field line in the 8th. It was a blown save for Jackson Lancaster at the time. Interestingly enough, in our Presto stats system, blown save is not a statistic which is kept, whether that be an oversight or whether it be intentional. I know hold is one that is not kept, and that's one where it's, you know, a little bit more understandable. Blown save is a little bit more mainstream. One of the oversights, I think, is plate appearances. There's no cumulative for plate appearances, and I think that is a mistake. Oh, the first to third? You can't do that anymore. That's a balk. I have not seen the first to third in a long time. Ethan Lopez, a strikeout wild pitch to error, and he comes home on the balk. How about that? And this game is tied. Nothing against Ethan. Nothing against Ethan, but it's an undeserved 360 feet. At least he didn't earn it. It was given up by the Raptors. Garcia now to second. I have not seen the third to first attempt in about 10 years, I'd have to say. Inside, it's 1-1. I wonder when they did get rid of that rule, because that's been out of baseball for a while. And it has been about 10 years. I have it. I have the date. Here's the 1-1. Swung on and missed. Late on 88. The fake to third, throw to first pickoff move would be a balk starting in 2013. That's when Major League Baseball imposed that rule. So it basically has been 10 years since I've seen anyone try that. That's high. At the moment, the run is unearned because of the error at second base. So when you talk about an official scorer recreating the inning, right now Ethan Lopez would only be at third. Dominique to right in his dance row, still coming in. He makes a running catch. That saves a run. But the Vibes tie it. A run on no hits. There was an error, a man left on base. We head to the second. We're tied 1-1 on Vibes TV.